Greetings everyone. Today I would like to continue my random talk about the honor. Not every day I have this desire to make a video. The reason I am making these videos, it is because of this freaking honor, not because of money. Because I like this stuff somewhat. So previously I talked about this. You have to honor someone who is talking about the protection of an environment, something like that, because this person is doing something seems to have a value in this life. I mean, without some this how to say goals in life, this life makes no sense. So you have to somewhat have a goal in life, and if it feels like you are doing good stuff by helping these animals, wild animals, etc., etc., this must be this a decent existence, decent life, something like that. And of course, since we are living in this this civilized world, you have to educate your children on which animals are very this helpful. Like squirrels. Squirrels are very helpful. They are doing all the good stuff in the forest, something like that. And you need to be careful. You must not harm these creatures, these helpful creatures, and something like that. And such education must be given to these children. And you see, in every generation you have to re-educate them again and again, because when there is boys, they have no respect and honor for living. They usually chase everything that moves. They will even cut this cat's tail for fun, because it's exciting and fun. And they will fish, and they will just put the fish on the ants this nest, and see what the fish is doing, and such. Children usually, boys usually do all the horrible stuff when they're young, but when they get old, when they receive this proper education on this protecting this environment, don't cut down these little trees, don't cut down those flowers, don't make this flower rings, etc., etc. You get this somewhat this I don't know what term, civilized somewhat. So today is not this this talk about this environment stuff. Today I would like to focus on Mongolia, and there is some certain stuff you have to know about Mongolia. Mongolia is not 100% pure ethnic Mongolians. There are some amount of this Chinese, some amount of very small amount of Koreans from World War II. There is some amount of Tibetans from the Manchu rule, and this Chinese from this Manchu rule also. And there is this other Mongolian ethnic groups like Urits, Buryats, and mainly a big group called Halk Mongolian. And I'm a Halk Mongolian, and I'm very proud of it. The reason why I'm very proud of it is that Halk Mongolians has the honor to host this country. Before this Manchu rule, there was a civil war between Urits and Halk Mongolians, and at this in this this Middle Age, there was a quite this solidarity. I mean, Halk Mongolians were quite pure in sense of tradition, in sense of this ethnic this mix and stuff, and people used to have this this have the tribal stuff, this stay away from each other, and when these lords are angry, there is some kind of this tribal warfare. So of course Halk Mongolians were defending against the invaders. this Jungarian invaders, and they chased them away and reclaimed this land. We reclaimed our land, and we did not go further. We did not invade their land. It was quite possible that there will be another, this Mongolian, some Jungarian Mongolian, and this current Mongolia, and this inner Mongolia and Buret Mongolia, etc., etc. But these Jungarians, unfortunately, did not manage to defend their homeland. They were, overrun by Manchu, overrun by Uyghurs, overrun by Kazakhs, etc., etc. So the Jungarian Mongolia, something like that, no more. So we managed to defend our border, but we did not invade their land. So we are like still having the honor. And those this this Mongolians came to Mongolia, saying we have no place to go. So half Mongolians take them and allow them settle here, and we have we had half Mongolians, and we had Tova, and we had Earth Mongolians. So there is like these three big ethnic groups. Then there was this World War I, etc., etc., and World War II, etc., etc., and some Kazakhs came to our borders. One Kazakh nobleman came with his people, saying that we have no place to go. Please, allow us enter, something like that. So now we have Kazakhs, and you must know that these Kazakhs are different from the common Kazakhs from Kazakhstan. It is because they had some kind of a quarrel, some civil war-like thing, and they came here to escaping that quarrel. So I don't know what makes them different, and I guess they are quite different because they are still this very traditional, very this all the they have all the these customs. They all have this this own yurts, and their art is somewhat this good, and you will see them on the these markets and etc., etc. So what I'm trying to say is that half Mongolians are host, and half Mongolians constantly take people, and each take they bring something new. Sometimes bad stuff, sometimes good stuff. And during the Manchu rule, there was a lot of these Chinese came to this half Mongolian, and a lot of Tibetan came to Mongolia. And Mongolians have the saying that people bring their sins and good this stuff. And it is kind of hard to say what they brought us. It seems they have brought some this I don't know what they brought. I mean, they might brought some these words like this common household stuff, words. They did not bring any development like making a fabric or this metal work and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they brought some this art, metal work and stuff, and it was somewhat this destroyed during the communism. I don't know. Obviously, during the communism, a lot of Russians came, and with the Russians, they brought somewhat development. They brought the science. They brought this modern medicine, because this old Chinese and Tibetan medicine could not they handle this sexually transmitted disease, etc., etc. Only the modern medicine managed to this stop it. And what the Russians brought here was quite positive. And what I'm trying to say is that this who is the best Mongolian? The best Mongolian is obviously half Mongolians. They obviously this how to say, hosting, and this being quite nice. But there's a saying that this when you give an oil to a person in the evening, that person might sue you in the morning, meaning that this some people are very this unthankful, something like that. And how to say, you see, when you're thinking that you are marrying with someone, it can be half Mongolian, it can be Earth Mongolian, it can be a Chinese descent, it can be someone else, because Mongolia is not so this pure and stuff. So I like to think that some Europeans might bring better stuff compared to Chinese and Tibetans and these other Asians. And obviously after this democracy and stuff, a lot of Koreans came. What the Koreans came is it's kind of questionable. There was no development in Mongolia related to the Koreans. There was some trade boom, and there was these Korean restaurants. There was some this prostitution, and there was some Korean drama. That's all. It's kind of this hard to say they bringing good stuff. It's kind of hard to even this think about the Asians, like this what they can bring to your country. It seems they are this, I don't know what they can bring. So yeah, it is like a question of this teapot, and a teapot, it's not this metal teapot. The metal teapot is called tang. So if you ask a Mongolian the origin of a name teapot, some may claim that it might be somewhat Asian origin, especially Chinese, like tang must be a Chinese stuff, something like that. So I have this different this view on things, and tang is came from this maybe India, maybe from Europe, something like that. And this is this water container. The water container is called tank, and if you change T into D and this K into He, you people say hang as kang, you have tank, not tank but tank. So this is a tank in your language, and this is a tank in Mongolian. So we already use word tank as this war machine, but we use tank as a teapot. So I don't know who brought this language here, like humun, the human, something like that. And so with each this person born in this world, they bring good stuff and the bad stuff. Well, I guess that's pretty much for today, and thanks for watching.